like Rainbow Six Siege style experiment that just wasn't good. It was full of camping. Yeah, I just had a really bad experience with it. And I tried. You played it every day, and I respect that, and I'm glad you like it. Because I'm never gonna dock somebody for loving a game. That's good. I mean, like I said, I think Destiny has an amazing experience, or amazing community. What do they do with Guardian Con every year? I think that Bungie took advantage of that community for a long time, and I don't think that's on you guys. I think that's on them. You had to pay $100 a year to play the game, and yet you had a community that was raising millions of dollars for St. Jude's. Like, and... But hey, nobody's perfect, no company's perfect. It is what it is. Purchase was 75% off weeks before Forsaken's launch. You're just smarter than me. You're an accountant. You did it smarter than me. I paid full price. I made the cardinal sin of modern video games, which is pre-order. Pre-order and buy the season pass moment one and go all in, you know, and that's on me, but I think it's on Bungie too. I think that I trusted them, and that's my fault, but I think it's their fault that they lied. And you were smart, and that's the best way to experience games. Like City Skylines is a game I fell in love with this year, and I got it on Game Pass, so I had no money in it, and I was just gonna try it out. And I ended up loving the game, and I slowly but surely bought the DLCs as they went on sale. And so I had a much... Ooh, hell yeah, we got the freaking thing. You know what's weird is they said that there would be class mods that gave you the skill cap, or yeah, like put the capstone. I have yet to find one with the capstone. And I did that with the annual pass. I mean, that's smart. That's the best way. You're gonna feel a lot better about it. I would have felt a lot better about Destiny had I done what you did. I'd still have certain principles that I don't agree with. Like I say, I don't like always online at all. I think that when you buy a game, you own the game. Your copy. Whenever Zane damages an enemy, his weapon, he has a chance to automatically activate all his kill skills. Additionally, yeah, it's perfect. See in red. See in red is the skill where when you throw your action skills out, you get all your kill skills. Zane's a lot like Brick. The skill skills gain a 25% effect bonus. I mean, in many ways, I miss Destiny, so it's always cool to talk about it. I have a viewer in here who's really great, Something Else. He streams on Mixer, who loves Destiny and has been loyal to it. As I said, I respect the players and that community, and I loved it for a long time because that loop is my favorite kind of loop, the PvE VP loop. Going out, getting weapons, farming up in story, and then getting to bring that into PvP is absolutely my favorite style of game. And Destiny does it better than most. This looks like it's going to be really good. We could get a better rule on it, but I'm going to try it out. I got that +4 synchronicity, which is helpful. I get that Bungie is a precarious position when trying to release content. The community wants more, Bungie does so, but then those activities follow those like guys once the next season comes out, and then those activities are required for different quests. Yeah, see that what you're talking about now is on a whole nother level. Like that's modern Destiny. And I can see where you're coming from there, and that makes sense. But I would know nothing about that. You would know everything about that. I quit post Curse of Osiris. And that game is just a totally different monster now. You know, 1 million concurrent every day. They broke away from Activision. Obviously, you know all this, but like the way that they handle things, I'm basically a Destiny dinosaur in that way. Which is good. I'm glad, because it means they changed. They changed their model up. The model that pissed me off so bad. But definitely, this guy's pretty tanky. If I had experienced it like you experienced it, Dak, I probably wouldn't be as bitter about it. Like I say, if I had experienced it like I went through City Skylines and like tested out, because now it's free to play, I could have tested it out. I could have like, you know, felt around and see what I thought was good. I need something with acid. Saw what I thought was bad and then, you know, made a decision from there. Rather than what I can already feel the loss of DPS since I don't have synchronicity on. I need to know what kind of chance I have when I damage enemies to get my kill skills. Corrosion's making a huge difference. Yeah, I never felt bitter about City Skylines because I always got to test stuff out, watch trailers, and buy stuff on sale. So, and I always felt like the DLCs were a great value. And I just didn't get that with Destiny. And it's not just that it wasn't Destiny 2. I also got that experience with Destiny 1, though. House of Wolves and Dark Below, I mean, you yourself were not a big fan of Destiny 1. Neither of those DLCs were super. Though Trials of Osiris was amazing and the Crota raid was really cool. A lot of people hate that raid. My buddy Tyrell loves it. I thought it was cool. In retrospect, that DLC looks better than Curse of Osiris years later, because there was a raid instead of this damn raid lair. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Timothy. Hey. There he is.
Jack, not at all.
Please don't be a villain. Please don't be a villain. I'm going to pause it because I want to pay attention to this. I'll put you in the quotes there, Dak, for that one. I'll put you in the quotes for that one for sure, buddy. However, I have recently fallen in love with Anthem and all its strange, weird glory, no doubt. I can't wait till they redo the loot system. I need to log into Anthem this week or next. Check out the winter event going, because I'm with you on that. Cop that $5 copy at GameStop. Makes me think they'll probably go free to play like Destiny. Because they're not giving up on it. That's the way they talk. They're gonna try to do a No Man's Sky patch. I just wish they would talk more. Like they're doing an event right now, and I had no idea. I never see anything on Twitter or anything in the gaming news. Holy shit, you're back, Timothy. I'm gonna turn the music down, turn the dialogue up. I was thinking they're not gonna make him a villain, which is really good, because he's a cool character.
And I cannot stress this enough. I am not Handsome Jack.
That's exactly what the real Handsome Jack would say. The old say something untrue as though it's true maneuver. Classic spycraft.
Okay, look, it's all quite simple. I was a body double.
He's dead, Zane.
To look like Jack, talk like Jack, and yeah, I got injected with some of Jack's DNA, so from time to time I want to strangle kittens. It's a long story. It's just Timothy.
I asked Ninja if he's a good Busy. He's a freaking firefighter. Is Busy good for a firefighter? No, damn it, you moron.
Be crazy enough to come here. Wait, are you a vault hunter?
Right you are. And I'm looking to get into Jack's tower.
Join the club, buttface. Oh, there's that DNA again. Oh, but you know what? Maybe we can help each other out.
Maybe.
This away.
Okay.
I never really resented Lilith, but after Jack got his scar, he branded all of us body doubles to match, so I'm a little...
That sucks. So at the end of the pre-sequel, when Jack gets into the vault, he sees the future, and there's a vault key swimming in front of his face where he's seeing the future, and Lilith comes up and punches it. That's why he gets that scar. If you've never seen the end of the pre-sequel, spoiler warning. Is how the menus look? I know it's strange, Clint, but for games that look simplistic, overcoming the menus system makes it too hard to be a casual, in my opinion. I just feel like I never know what the hell I'm doing. I'm supposed to be doing an Anthem. How deep are you into it now? I mean, they got some UI work. That's kind of Anthem in a nutshell, though. Is like overly complicated because it's a Frankenstein right now. It's 2 games in one. It's one part the BioWare in Canada, the OG studio, and one part BioWare in Austin. BioWare Austin is now fully in charge of it, but they weren't during the development of it. They just had some influence. BioWare Austin did Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic online. They know MMOs, they know how to do live service, and according to people like Angry Joe, who is toward that studio, it's in good hands now. But there was just huge issues with its development. There was a big article on Kotaku written about it. It's not good. My Destiny brain. I only mentioned it because once you hit the level cap, it actually simplifies quite a bit. And a lot of it is just the design, to be honest. But it's like, there's 5 weapon classes, and there's actually only like 2 rules for all of them, which is why the loot is so bad right now. It just lacks diversity.
Classic Jack. He hated anyone touching his
Okay, once you hit the cap, it'll actually simplify for you. Just run through guns until then, because once you hit the cap, it has a little bit of an in-game loop system. You know, it'll keep you hooked for a little bit, but not. It just falls apart, unfortunately. That's a great game, though. I mean, honestly, not action RPG wise, but I love the combat with you, and maybe that's what you love too. But yeah, I'm totally ready for that game to make a comeback, because flying around as a mech and the sound of the like when the jets hit in and the photon cannons and the sweet ting when you hit a combo, it's all good stuff. I should be paying attention to the story. I'm supposed to like you, Timothy. You're supposed to be a character. I'm not even paying attention to you.
Holidays about Jack, Deal del Guapo, Jacktober, oh Jackentine's Day.
Jacktober. But yeah, once you hit the cap, the menu should simplify for you, because you're gonna start to see through the veil. There's really not much going on the RPG end. Right, yeah, missing a lot. Once they start to add that Destiny and ooh, okay, let's try this out. I always love trying uniques, because in Borderlands, uniques tend to become OP. Once they get that Destiny Borderlands thing in there, just more RPG stuff. We just really need more RPG stuff in there, and it's gonna come. It's gonna come. They've already, you know, it's kind of leaked. They haven't officially said anything yet, but they're hard at work. Apparently they got their heads down. I know they hired a bunch of people, which is a good sign that they're not quitting. It's not like they had a massive layoff. They actually said, yo, we're hiring, and they brought on a bunch of vets from the industry who all have worked on action RPGs before, so should be good. Oh, Torg. UI simplicity, cleanliness, enjoyability. Well, hey, you're an accountant. That makes sense. You got that kind of mind. Because Destiny 2, you know, from what I hear and from what I see, is actually a pretty good RPG at this point. There's a lot of different stuff to go for and think about, but you're right, they've got just a good UI, so you always feel like you've got an idea what's going on. Where Anthem is actually a lot simpler than Destiny and Borderlands, but the screens get pretty bogged down with stuff. In fact, I don't think you see enough, which is crazy, I know, but there are resistances in that game, and there's things called force, and there's, well, they actually got rid of luck, but it's just like Division. There's a ton of stats that you can never understand what all is going on in your character. It was an okay glass effect. I want to see more freaking physics engines in video games. Ooh. Oh, I like the picture they got for Timothy.
End of the road for you.
I never thought I would say this, but almost too much content. Well, have they struck a good balance between being, if you're somebody like yourself who doesn't have a ton of time to play, feeling like you get to keep up with everybody, but if you're somebody like myself who's a streamer, still having a lot to go for to keep yourself busy? Do you feel like they've done a good job meeting that balance? Place focalizer. Damn it. I've been too busy running my mouth and I've lost, something's here, but it's upstairs. Lost some sense of the story. I'm just gonna keep equipping whatever uniques we get out of this. We've already got the DLC class mod. I'm sure we can get a better roll on that. Namely, we want more points into playing dirty. Playing dirty is a low-key money shot from Borderlands 2. This one seems good. I just don't know what the effect is yet. And this shield's been fine.
Now, you want to give it a whack there? You're good at that.
Ew.
Ah, Tom, you get it? Jackpot! Now, if you want
You're scary looking, Timothy.
This handsome face, meet me at my hideout and we'll talk tower. I'm trusting you here, kiddo. Oh, yeah, right. This teleporter is Jack's only.
Big spender. Wasn't clear before, and that's on me. You see,
So Pretty Boy's our villain. I'm glad Timothy's not a villain. I was really worried they were gonna kill him off.
and as long as you
Alright, we gotta go to Timothy's hideout, which is just back here.
casino security ain't gonna be too friendly. But I'll tell you how to clear that debt real quick. Timothy, the man with the winning hand. Give him over, and I won't just wipe your debt. I'll make you a frickin' VIP. So think about it, big spender. Life's too short, but it could be shorter. So let's make a deal.
Definitely gotta be voiced by Typhon de Leon's guy. Because there is hints of that in there. I'm gonna guess, just like the main game, a lot of this is gonna open up to us with side quest. That's another reason I'm gonna, from now on when we do playthroughs, do side quests moment 1, because they tend to open up areas for you. Did we get an anointment? No. I hope they added some new anointments for the DLC. Yeah, that's like the best system they've got going. How did I get lost? It's like, yeah. Literally catty corner to us. I think he's about to shoot us though. Pretty boy. Boosters! If that thing increases luck, I'm sure not seeing it. But luck is luck after all, so we need a bigger data pool. Jeez.
Bullets and bombs. Happy to help. Tired of wasting cash on respawns.
Timothy!
Oh, hey, you're not dead. Way to stay alive, champ. Well, welcome to the Casa de Timothy.
Yeah.
Oh, right, the hand thing. Jack called it his winning hand. All the doppelgangers have one. Had, just me now, the rest are dead. I didn't kill them. Most of them. I killed a couple. Self-defense. We're gonna go with self-defense.
Another good way to clean up the cannon. Don't worry about him.
All across the casino. Comes in, you know. So before I further endanger myself by even talking to you, who are you working for? Dahl? Vladov? Tedior?
Ourself.
They even still a thing?
Yeah.
Ah, none of those aegis. Moxie sent me.
Wait, sorry, Moxie? Mad Moxie. She's not here, is she? It's fine if she is. I'm not terrified of her at all. I should probably talk to her, though. Yeah, let's talk to her. Let's call her up. Turn on that holostructure, whatever it is, thing. How's my hair?
That's a part of the pre-sequel, his audio tapes, is that he got to flirt with Moxie because Handsome Jack was dating Moxie at one point.
Okay, I got this. Just
I think there's a little bit more to it than that.
Jack sauce there. Jack always gets what he wants, right? I just gotta beat Jack. Moxie. Whew, got this. Okay.
Dinosaur Morale, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here.
Timothy, been a while.
Yeah, that's right, baby. It's
I think that they haven't... Hold on. I'll watch this first.
Oh, I never forget a face, especially when it's being worn by a spineless lackey. Tell me why I shouldn't have the Vault Hunter blow your brains out.
well because I just please don't.
You're looking like a snack. Huh. Alright, well,
Jack
thanks.
left an open tab with me, and I've sent the Vault Hunter to collect. I want the casino, Timothy.
Okay, well then you also want my brains to stay unblown and in my head and not out. I'm the last of the doppelgangers. Okay, this winning hand is the only way in or out of Jack's tower.
Lucky for you. Then Jack's tab is yours, Timothy, and you can start paying it off right now. Keep an eye on him, Vault Hunter, in case he misbehaves.
No thanks.
I think they haven't made it easy for casual players.
Okay.
That didn't go well, Timothy.
Thing called negotiation.
Oh, you really dropped the ball there. Literally. I have no idea where your balls went.
Yeah, that seems like the right emote for the moment, Dak. Thank you.
Jack got Mega Richie sent me to try to get her back. Took her out to dinner. Best night of my life, actually. And now she'd rather I was dead. Oh, but maybe if I get into that tower, she'll trust me again. So what are we freaking waiting for, kiddo? Let's talk tower.
I think she hates handsome Jack's face, Timothy. You're gonna have to change your looks, but he can't do it because it was surgical and yada yada.
Have everything else.
No.
This for you then.
I want to get the hell off this freaking casino. For all the perks Jack gave us doppelgangers, he didn't trust us. So we're leashed to Hyperion property. If I step off this casino without getting the override codes, boom, this face gets a lot less handsome. So, recap, bomb in face, codes in tower. All right, now, those turrets in front of the tower, they're only the tip of the asshole.
The tip of the
You know,
asshole.
we're gonna need a whole crew to pull this off. Okay, first up, firepower, and I know it's the girl, Ember. She's a performer in the Vice District. Go convince her to join our crew. Pretty boy
Okay.
has my numbers, so I'll lay low here. Study security, figure out who else we're gonna need to get into that tower, and stay alive, kiddo.
You know, this season the pinnacle weapons are much easier to obtain, which helps balance that. But armor and high light level loot is only obtained through the GOS raid, and higher level activities, which make it hard for LFG since we'll primarily play on PC. And you're on Xbox?
Hey, I just wanted to say thanks again for not shooting me. Every maniac on this casino blames Jack, and thus me for the lockdown. Take one look at
His
my
mask
face
is
and it's
cracked.
Shooty. Got it handed to Jack though. Found a way to keep screwing me even when he's dead.
And so he's gonna have this scar, so unfortunately he can't just take off his mask.
Tried to use their winning hands to help out the survivors. You know, get them something to eat. They all got
On PlayStation.
pieces, so
Well, you can't be blamed for that. I think Destiny finally got rid of exclusivity with PlayStation though, right?
you weren't
Like where the Jade Rabbit wasn't on Xbox until the whole of Season 1 for Destiny 2 was done. A piece of Destiny 1 content finally came to the Xbox from the PlayStation.
I was living the life. High roller, fat stacks of chips and cash, comped drinks, comped shows. It was the best.
Comped drinks,
Then all of
comped
a sudden,
shows.
The lights go out. Everybody's screaming. No one knows what's going on. Then things got bad. It's like everyone lost their minds all at once. Every man for himself, you know. Luckily, cash and chips still
Equals
have
asshat.
value, so I bought my way into safety with one of the gangs. They're a tough group, but I think I can survive this if I play my cards right.
Screw you, Jack. You are not Jack. You are more than your face. It's not your fault if you will not die here. See, Timothy's likable. Asset statues, pretty light. Never seen this asset before. Oh my god, they made a new art asset. Can't wait to see it reused. Ah, there's gonna be targets here. Looks like it's all Pretty Boy though. Maybe. Are they clones of him or what? I was on Xbox until 2013 after Halo 4 released. That was the last game I played on Xbox. I bought the PS4 during the Great War of 2014. Sisters Sandy and Leah Hart own competing mini casinos, and they need your help to settle the differences because nothing says impartial mediator like random mercenary Vault Hunter.
Me and my sister Leah both started up these mini casinos a little while after the lockdown. What can I say?
Let's do the side quest.
We were bored and wanted to keep gambling. My
Ooh, $1
casino
million
was
for
launched.
Timothy's head.
To prove it, we're gonna sabotage Leah's casino. First up, I know this sounds weird, but I'm gonna need you to go fishing. You'll find a fountain nearby. Let's go fishing Torg style. Throw a grenade in the fountain and watch the fishies fall.
Grenades? Oh man, don't you know we're Zane? Don't you know we're Zane?
And that's why we've been feuding. She's always pushing me around and trying to act like she's so tough. We'll show her who's tough.
This is a Borderlands 1 quest.
Boom! Now collect those dead fish. We're gonna make
All right, no more grenades. No more asking us to throw grenades.
Stink like you wouldn't believe.
That shit split friends.
It has fish all over the place. That'll really rustle.
I've just always been on Xbox. I guess I was insulated from it. I've never owned a PlayStation. Not because I didn't want it, just money. I think that's the only true heart of the console war. If you can afford both consoles, do it. If you can afford all three, do it. You're only going to get to play more games, which is good for everybody. But I would say PlayStation 4 won this generation, just like PlayStation 2 did. I think that the one with the 1X came back at the end a little bit. I think Series X will be interesting, because they're going to get into the market sooner. Really, the winner's Nintendo, though. Like, if you want to... Xbox is effectively a cheaper way to game on PC at this point. PlayStation still has really good console exclusivity and is probably the best true console gaming experience. And then Nintendo's just been its own thing for a long time. They're the real winners. You can only get the Nintendo experience on a Nintendo system, and the Switch is a freaking handheld console. It's amazing. The Wii, I thought, was tons of fun. The Wii U was actually a really good system. People just slept on it. What about Stadia? Yeah, xCloud is going to have something to say about Stadia. And maybe Stadia will develop, but again, I'm somebody who doesn't like always online games. I want a disc. I want a disc, man. I want ownership. I just even want a Steam experience. I want to be able to at least download it onto a drive. Yeah, Stadia is not my view of the future, but I can see why some people would like that. Obviously, there's a lot of issues with it right now, though. I'm sure you've heard all about those. It's not consistent, and it costs a monthly fee. I mean, that to me is the ultimate sin. It's always online, all your games, and you have to pay a subscription. So you end up paying for your games 10 times over when you pay a subscription. I want to be able to go to GameStop like you did and pick up Anthem for $5 and own it. That's good for us. That's good for business, good for competition. Ooh, stinking it up. I refuse to be Google's slave, especially when it comes to many of our beloved passion, gaming.
What the hell is going on? Ugh, what is this god-awful reek? Don't tell me. My sister Sandy put you up to this, didn't she?
You returned it immediately, really?
Not really. Our parents
I mean, I can appreciate if people actually feel like that's the way that they best experience games. So be it. Let it compete. Let it go into the market and see. The technology doesn't seem to be there, though. What you experienced it, though. What'd you think?
Here's the plan. We're gonna make her slot machines.
It's more than me just talking shit.
She's dead broke. Get a hold of a modified slot machine algorithm. Then we'll install it in her mainframe. I know a guy, kind of shady, but he owes me a big favor. Go talk to him.
I'm gonna guess we're gonna have to choose sides at the end of this. That's how these quests usually go. We'll have to eventually run it again to get both uniques. But xCloud's gonna be better. So even if you do like that, just get Game Pass. If you get Game Pass and you buy an Xbox One Series X, terrible name, I think. I hope that's not gonna be the real name. I think it's Xbox Series X.
What do you think might tickle your fancy today?
So this is where you get involved. I will never understand why video games always seem to have these people with the visors on that totally make them blind.
You tell her this makes us even. No
It's gonna be
more
E.T. the extraterrestrial for the Atari 2600.
and the effect will self-correct after a little while. Nothing's perfect.
Yeah, you get xCloud with Xbox Game Pass, which is exactly the same thing. You can stream your games.
Yes! Now install that algorithm on Sandy's mainframe and watch the cash flow. This is gonna be priceless. No, priceful. She's not gonna have any more money. That idiot's always losing her keys, so the door to the mainframe console should be open. Idiot.
I just wish Stadia was cheaper, and I wish it didn't cost a monthly fee, because it feels like Stadia could be a part of everything. Because if you are a more casual player, that seems ideal. It's a controller in your living room. You have a huge library of games. If you want to wind down with some games at the end of the night, like I think Civilization's on Stadia, I believe.
Okay, what about
Let me see. I think it is. But, oh, there's just signs that it's coming. But games like that, like strategy games and platformers, I mean, I don't see playing Destiny 2 on Stadia, and I don't understand that. But if it was like $100, and then from there it was like $5 a month, $10 at the most, I think Stadia could be viable, and they would have made a splash. Because that's perfect for a lot of people. You live in an apartment, you live in a dorm, you know, you're off to college, or you're like you and you're really busy.
I can't afford to pay out this much. Pretty boy's
Well,
gonna break my kneecaps.
Stadia would probably be a good fit. I don't know how many times over the years I've gone to Walmart and bought one of those systems. It came pre-programmed with like 700,000 games that were totally just like bootleg emulation copies of old arcade titles.
Listen, I'm a little late this week, but I'm
And it's all on the controller, or it's all in a little box. They can work, they're fun. Progress in the US, full 5G that will help the mobility of Stadia. I can see that. Again, it's like it doesn't even have to be there if they don't try to do games like Mortal Kombat and Destiny. If you do a game like Civilization, you don't need that much broadband, I don't feel like. By the time you're talking 5G and fiber optic lines, Xbox xCloud's already out. They've got the servers, they've got the technology. They're ready. They've been doing this for a while. They're prepared. The big thing for me is gonna be how dedicated is Stadia, how dedicated is Google to entering the console war. Because it's not cheap to get your foot in the door, and it took Microsoft a long time. They still haven't established really anywhere outside of North America. And they bled money for a while trying to enter into the console space.
I should have known you were behind this.
Google has showed that they don't necessarily stick with something. Like Google Fiber. Sounds amazing, and it's Google. They got tons of money. I'm sure they'll do it. They'll stick with it, right? They've just been abandoning places. They abandoned Lexington, Kentucky. They just changed their CEOs. I just don't think they're going to stay the course with it. Just hasn't made. They're in a good position, right? But anything's possible. I mean, there's a reason you bought Stadia. There's a reason people talk about Stadia. It could be something. But is Google gonna fight that fight? I don't know. The one thing, though, is they're probably not selling their system at a loss. Like Xbox and the 360 were made a loss for a long time. The 360 finally was profitable, I believe, 14 or 15. I know I was in college when they finally broke a profit. After the Red Ring and so on. It's tough. You make most of your money on the software, not the machine. But Stadia is a freaking controller. I experienced it last week. So there was consistent players, and I've been playing while on break at work. So I took advantage of fiber connection. Oh, you got a freaking fiber connection to work? Holy shit! So you were playing 4K 60, and you were able to play on your laptop. So that's, I mean, that's pretty cool. But I don't think it's there. You get what you pay for. I will say it like that. XPass is probably better since we kind of invented cloud gaming. And it's the thing with the xCloud is it doesn't take as much internet because it's about having your systems linked together. Like, unfortunately, Crackdown 3 was mostly a tech demo, just to show off that Microsoft has the technology where they can link your Xbox up into the cloud with everybody else's Xbox and use that to compute. And that's what they're going to be doing with the Series X. Is your Xbox is a part of the cloud network, and that's how you're going to up. That's going to be an aspect of how they up the processing power, and how, you know, you normally download a game and it takes 3 hours, and if you're on really bad internet, it takes a really long time. But you won't have to do that anymore. If you queue up your game, here, play it in 1080 for a while, and then when it's installed, play it in 4K, because you can just use the xCloud. And it's going to be a lot less limited to internet speed from the way that it sounds. It's as long as you've got an Xbox, you've got Xbox Live Gold, then you're in the network, and other Xboxes will serve you. But it's going to be interesting because I hope they stay the course, because Microsoft is another one that likes to change direction. They never seem to know which way they want to go with the Xbox, whether they're trying to be the all-in-one media machine, which a lot of people do use it as a media machine, or they're trying to enter the space like PlayStation and fight that gamers war. In the last couple years, they signal we're gonna get back to our roots. We're gonna game. You know, a video game console is for gaming. We've heard you loud and clear. But they've done that in the past, and then they've changed direction. That's why the Xbox One came out so limp, because they didn't seem to really understand, or as far as gaming was concerned, that didn't seem to be their priority. It was like, you can get the NFL channel, you can watch your MLB games, you can run your cable box through your Xbox, and the titles were weak. And now they've announced, hello, I'm French, que parle français, bonjour, comment allez-vous? So, these last couple of years at E3, and they brought back XCOM.
Oh, let me unlock that for you.
J'avais très bien en brevet. Oui.
All yours. Enjoy the Vice District, kiddo. Oh, and tell Ember I said hi. Oh, and don't get horribly murdered.
Oui, je vous
remercie.
remercie.
You, yeah, I'm talking to you, deadbeat. You're really racking up the debt. Now, we could still make a deal.
The end.
And I'll set you up real nice.
Oh, whoa, this is cool.
Treatment. Ooh, debt-free.
Oh, the hyperway. This is pretty sweet.
Gonna keep climbing. A lot of boys SOBs out there would love the chance to wipe the debt away with your scalp. So don't be scared.
My fear is that Xbox is like, oh yeah, I forgot we were gonna be the gaming guys again, and PlayStation's gonna come out with the PlayStation 5, and it's gonna have a super strong lineup at launch, and they're gonna have an exact direction because they're just gonna keep doing what they've been doing and making really good exclusive titles on a really good system, because the PlayStation 4 is a really good system. PlayStation 4 Pro is a really good system. And Xbox is gonna be like, you can get MLB TV, you can stream your music. I hope they don't do that. Alright, my guy, I'm gonna take lunch. Have a good one. If you're still streaming, I will see you in a bit. Sounds good, Dak. Thanks for being here today. I appreciate you coming to hang out, buddy. Thank you.
Et tu es fort ou pas? Je comprends rien.
I don't speak French. J comprend no français.
Most of the gangs in this casino, unfortunately, but it wasn't always like this. After the lockdown, some people tried to build a society, you know, live in harmony, all that. They're all dead now. Pretty boy,
Or isn't it Ja?
he murdered all of them.
Et tu es fort ou pas? Je comprends rien.
Je comprends.
Et tu es fort ou pas? Je comprends rien.
Comprehend.
Engines. I mean, if he gets
Compre-
hold of me, it's gonna be
It's throaty.
anything but pretty.
Utilise Babel? Oh yeah, story. I've got to meet Ember. Yeah, it's been good catching up, Dak. Thanks for coming in to hang out, buddy. It was fun to talk. I'm glad you're gonna get a nice long break next week. That'll be good. You'll have some time to catch up with Destiny. Blunder. That's just a reskin, though. It's been 10 years since I took French. You own a Tesla Model 3? Jaun. I'm starting to think you don't speak French, but hey, fuck it. You're the only person in here. How do you say fuck in French? Do you speak English too?
J'ai une Tesla Model 3.
It's not translating your French for some reason. Salut, mon copain.
Ask around. One of the dancers might know where Ember's performing these days.
Salut mon copain.
Put it in English, damn you. I'm supposed to trust you with my life, Google. Your algorithm knows all. Don't put it into Esperante. Hi, my friend. Ah.
Salut mon copain.
Ah, well, salut, mon copain. Right back at you.
Aye! Gotta chat with your frisky friend for a moment.
Get lost! This dancer's mine!
Oh, Ember's in the bar. This is like, Altered Carbon. That's what it feels like.
Well, there go my customers, though they were sort of deadbeats. So what are you in the market for, big spender?
Hi there. You happen to know where Ember...
This is gonna be Ember.
Ember? Girl's been busy
Oh,
lately,
baby.
pretty
Oh,
boys on fire.
yeah.
But Trent might know where she's posting up.
Oh, it's not Ember. But Trent knows. Why do we need Ember again? I'm forgetting why we need it. I think this is it. Yeah. Oh, she's already gone. Damn, just as we got the audio clip. Oh, here we go. Oh, well, it's a guy. Well, it's okay. What the fuck?
Better bring a burn suit, baby. She's even more fiery than usual these days. Pretty boy's been squeezing all of us hard, and not in a good way. That
Ew.
hunk over there knows where Ember's hiding. Just tell it Trent the slut sent ya.
Fick.
Fuck.
Damn. She does a good job at that. That's like the best robot voice for that I've ever heard. Oh my god. Oh, yes.
Trent the boss sent me.
Yes.
Where Ember's at.
Yes. Yeah.
Salut, Voltaire.
That's not what we wanted to do.
Disposed.
Wait.
Pretty boy stuck, just deliver
Ember's French.
gift for them. Deliver it for me, and then we speak.
Maybe you can talk to Maros 29. Salut, Vat Hunter.
You looking to act a maggot?
All right, Ember needs a welcome gift. Let's go get it for her. This is a pretty big map now. This reminded me of Promethea. This guy's a sad clown, maybe? I don't know, he's just drunk. So these people have just been hanging out here for 7 years, I guess. They couldn't get off. But some of them are somehow still doing their thing. Huh, there's a wall here. And you can't mantle it, so it's gotta be another way around. Oh.
That's the one. Now deliver it to Pretty Boy Stouts, if you please. I would like to give them, how to say, a warm welcome.
Thanks for playing at the handsome jackpot, you giant
I think we listened to this one already. Pretty sure.
Look at the state here.
It's a cool area. This is like Athena's. They've definitely used Athena's assets here, but I like the coloring. Whole like, I like the iridium look to the place. Looks good. Rip, he wasn't dead. Ripperoonie. Let's keep Ripperoonieing, because I'm not paying any attention.
Personal space. Need some personal space.
I wonder what these guys look like if they evolve. I wonder if there's a hidden raid boss in them. We should see. Let's see what they become. My only friend. Gone again. This fucking thing shreds, actually. I don't know why, but it's only made him once, so we'll see if it continues this kind of damage output. But there's something funky going on with that unique. It seems pretty good. It seems pretty good. No doubt about it. We're having really good RNG to start this DLC. We haven't got anything in a while. This is the place to hang out. This is the best environment so far.
The only thing keeping me alive. As long as I retain a fortune they can't reach without me, I'll be safe. But if I'm gonna keep this going, I need to get back to the games. It's the only way to make sure I can keep the cash flowing. I'm gonna run out of money eventually, and unless I keep my hot streak hot. Luckily, despite the casino going full dark, the dealer bots and whatnot just kept on manning their stations. Let the games begin again.
Oh, so that explains how they've been able to continue.
No, stand back.
Goodbye, pretty boy.
Welcome to the neighborhood, pretty boy. Thank you, Sherry. Now, come to me.
Oh, we're just gonna burn him. One moment. Thank you. Alright, what do we got? Robots? Oh yeah, robots. They'll melt. It's either the gun or it's the class mod. I think it's mostly the class mod, the idea that we have a chance to activate our kill skills. I think when that's proccing, we're doing a lot of damage. It's cool to see the robots back, though. I'm gonna assume there is collectibles here. Oh yeah, there is. Mare's Killer Look. So there's a target. Pieces of Resistance. Ember wants us to deliver some special packages. Torg's marketing mistake. Hot sauces in the Spendicon. Okay, so there are collectibles and stuff. Okay. I'm gonna check this little room out first. Yeah, I'll keep buying these. These are expensive though. Again, you need to come into this DLC with some freaking loot. Okay, these chests are the words and stuff. These chests are actually really good. I mean.